from then on, it was calculated.
Okay. Is Bad Boy then becomes the next single?
Yes.
Okay, let's enter that, because that one, I think it was so big as well that I didn't feel this gap.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, let's talk about the whole process of you going back. What did Lucas say?
So,
Nyash being on the song.
I mean, going to studio didn't quite achieve it. I mean, I was still going Lucas. Lucas like, no, I don't know. Maybe, that happened, And I remember with that, but I kept writing and I kept writing and I kept writing and I kept writing. I was not even looking then for the next song. I was like, if these guys did an album for Isa, I'd seen one of the curtain raisers, akipata album, kasema, si hata mimi naweza pata album, Joe. It doesn't have to be that those ones who end the show are the ones who get an album. And I realized that the guys who have more songs get paid more money. You might have one big song, but the guy who has 8 songs will get paid more than you.
Yep.
So I just continued writing, and my aim was an album then. I wanted to get signed for an album. I was not going for just the next big song. So I was writing a lot of material. And Francis was very insightful. He had a lot of knowledge. I don't think a lot of artists used to talk to Francis. But Francis was so insightful. So I used to ask Francis, what do you think about this? As I was creating the brand and everything, I'm like, what do you think about this? He said, who do you see yourself as? And I asked myself, who do I see myself as? Who is there right now that has been able to accomplish that? Can you say, I will be a younger version of that? And I thought about it. I'm like, oh, it's like, get the albums, listen to them. So I got Yvonne Chaka Chaka, I got Brenda Fassie, and I put them on repeat over and over again for a period of 1 year. Yeah. So in my album, I can tell you where all those songs came from. I got, what are they called again? Then the dance hall that was there, and I listened to it over and over again. When I used to come from Scanned, earphones on, and I'm just listening. I'm listening. I was still going out,
Yeah,
I was not born again then. So when I went out, I'm actually now observing in a club and everything.
And you're hungry.
And I'm hungry. So I'm looking and I'm like,
you're not doing this for Lucas anymore. This is for you.
This is for me. I'm like, so dance hall. That song. Okay. So they responded to that. Oh, they respond to quite a two. Interesting. And I'm watching how they're responding. So now, till today, actually, let me rephrase that. Till the time I got born again, I was never quite able to. That whole thing of going to the club and, music, it faded away very fast. I watch.
You entered school, like you entered your research.
Yeah.
It was market research for you.
Yeah, I'll go to the dance floor and I'm still watching. I'll be dancing, but I'm still watching.
Okay.
So out there, people will tell you, this song is big. I'll be like, not what I saw.
You became Lucas. I mean, or Francis.
I think I'm his biggest muse.
They cloned you.
I'm the biggest muse. They'll not admit it, but I'm the biggest muse. Me. So anyway, so I started watching. Francis is like, who do you want to be like? I'm like, Yvonne, Brenda. He's like, sit down, listen. And listen. And he said, listen to it. So even then, as an artist, I think I could have taken part in all manner of things, but Francis was like, focus. Francis used to tell me focus like 500 times. Focus. Me and Lucas were friends when we were recording. After that, not really. Yeah. So Bad Boy, I finally come up with a song and I'm excited. And I show it to Lucas.
Do you know this is something?
Yeah, I'm like, I think I'm onto something good.
And Lucas, because you're judging it according to the club.
So now at least this is what they'll say. So I'm like, I think this is good. And I take it to him. And he's like, yeah, this is good. But I'm like, but how? This is it. And he was like, the chorus is not right. I'm like, the chorus is the song. What are you talking about? The chorus is the song. And he's like, change the chorus. And I was like, is this guy trying to punish me? What is going on here? And I struggled with that chorus. I struggled so much with it. And eventually, I remember when the final song was done, I was in the studio, it was Saturday. Francis was there and was like, we're not yet there. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, hey, dude, manzi akisi mmenitesa. What do you mean we are not yet? There's imeandika hivyo na mnasema it's a hit, but sasa unaniambia chorus iko. How? Lucas is like, yeah, it's not there. I'm like, someone just ship me out of here before I just become violent, because this is just wrong. You know, I've suffered enough. That's what I thought. You know, as an artist, you're really looking for that big song. Then guess who walks in? Nyash. So he was having a meeting with Francis. That's why Francis was there. Music was in the studio being punished. So
by Lucas.
By Lucas. So Nyash walks in, and Francis is like, Lucas, play for him that song. He's like, there's a song I want you to put a chorus. Put it. And it's like just like this. And he's like, okay, sir. And I'm thinking, is this a collabo?
Listen, I want my own song.
Does that mean that this is not my own song? Like, I'm still trying to be technically correct.
I swear, you're killing me.
So Nash is like, so of course Nash says hi. He's like, yeah, what's up? I mean, we knew each other, studio and everything. So Lucas is like, oh yeah. So he plays it. The chorus was, it was the chorus. And then Lucas removed my chorus and left it blank. The first words that came out of Nash's mouth, najua unaipenda, unaitaka pia, neza tell na design unaiangalia. And Francis was like, stop, record it. Then he had it and he was like, say the same thing, answer. So I literally talked and he's like, no, sing it. And I sang it.
Lakini juu ya meza kuna issue moja bigi ka notorious. Dem mzuri amenoki chali ni jangili, lakini chali haezi kubali juu ya nini? Akikubali watasema amekuwa soft, kaspo haiwezekani. Anajua nini? Anafikiria kwanza situation ziki na nini? Mtaani nina respect 50 maamin. Kikubali wataniuliza vipi wadi?
And that was Bad Boy.
Yeah. And then he was like, "I'll give him a verse." So now it became a thing.
Yeah. So he got a verse. Then he did the verse after that, and Lucas was like, "Yeah, let's see." Then Francis said it should be okay, and he moved on to the meeting with Klepto.
What?
Yeah. And in my head, I was like, that it should be okay had better be okay, because at that point in time, I'm like, hey, me at this rate, this is not working. So I remember going back to work. I was still at Scanad, still thinking about, if that song doesn't work, what do I have? So I was still writing because I didn't know whether that song was going to work. So I still had other songs that I was working on. And I continued to work on those songs. Then Lucas called me.
Yeah, the call.
I got the call. And I was like, we're on. So after the studio, I heard it and he's like, you need to do a video. I'm like, okay. I'd come from I was at Scanad, I'd seen them building sets, doing sets, and I'd learned a lot. So I was like, yeah, we're going to do a set. And he's like, really? Yeah. What's it going to look like? I'm like, it's going to look like this. So I had all that and everything. He's like, where are you going to do it? I'm like, oh, where am I going to do this? And I'd had, I knew where Scanner walikuwa wanafanya shoots. What I ask for studio, how much it is. I'm like, hey, why? What's going on here? And I went to another place, same thing. And I'm like, hey. Then I went back to my mom, like, can I use your garage? And my mom looked at me like, this child, Lord, I have tried. This one I have tried. This one. I'm like, please, it's gonna be good. Let me use your garage. And she's like, so what are you going to do? And everything I'm doing is not even nice. I'm like, I'm going to paint it this side and down and maybe even the sides. Yeah. And she's like, huh? That's the whole garage. And so I was like, okay, can I paint there? So we'd moved into a house. We just built a house and we hadn't painted it.
Yep.
So we had 2 living rooms. And there's one living room that had not been done. The one that was supposed to be the nice living room.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I paint there? And she looked at me like, you're pushing it.
This shout.
You are pushing it. And at that point in time, I think out of just, paint. When you're finished, paint it back. So I bought paints. I actually went all the way to Crown Paints because a particular color I wanted.
Yeah.
And of course I bought white paint to paint it back.
Yeah. Who shot that video?
Lucas shot it. And again, I went back to Miss Karoon's mom and she did the outfit for Bad Boy. Then I was a bit, and she was like, no, you need to do it. I'm like, are you sure? Yeah. I'm like, okay. Oh, it looks nice. I'd come from that whole safety background. So, I'm thinking.
She made it short.
She cut off some length. Short, yeah. I used to do short, I won't lie.
Yeah.
When I was going out in campus, short was done in all manner and forms. But now this was going to be a public short.
Go on.
So, yeah. She did the outfit. And Lucas was like, go get some girls to dance. I'm like, whoa, girls, from where? Picking my friends. I know, friends would not get involved in this. So I thought about it and I mean, my friends, nah. I was like, my sister's friends. I look at my sister like, that's your friends. So what's up? Bring them. Let's do this. So 2 girls in the Bad Boy video are actually my sister's friends. Yeah.
So you shoot that video. The song have you released a song yet?
The song came out with the video.
Okay.
So the song came out.
The beat is a big thing at this time.
Beat is like a really big thing at this time. But this time, things were premeditated. I didn't come to play. Before,
you were waiting for.
Before, nilikuwa msanii proper. I was being a total artist. This time, everything is premeditated. Who is Amani? What is she wearing? How does she dance? What are her songs like? How does she perform? Everything was premeditated. I knew when that video came out, I was like, yeah, we're on. It's on. I didn't have just one song. I had many.
Okay.
So I knew it was on and I was like, yeah, they think it's one. We're on. I found my sound.
Bad Boy officially gave you your sound.
Yeah.
So you released that song and of course, huge. Blows up very well. This non-existent Amani who had
sort of faded away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is back this time controlling the scene, completely changed her look and things like that. Has a video. Is there with a sweet rapper. I mean, the girl who's killing it. What happens?
I think for me, Bad Boy did not grow on people as far as I wanted. As fast as I wanted.
Okay, yeah.
And I kept telling Francis, it's not yet there. Francis is like, hold. It's going to get there.
This guy's new.
Yeah, like, hold. It's going to get there. Like, Lucas, it needs to blow up. Today. Not tomorrow. Right now. And I look
he spoiled you.
He spoiled me as an artist. I'm thinking, why aren't you all singing this song? It spoiled me as an artist. And I had to really do the work and everything. So Bad Boy now then started catching on. And I was like, it's catching on. It's catching on. I told Francis, I'm getting calls. He's like, good, go.
And those calls are what? Interviews, gigs?
TV interviews, gigs, started doing gigs. And gigs started off from, having like half of the crowd responding. So it went like from half to slightly over half. So you could tell it was growing to now when I'm looking outside and I'm like, I can't believe I filled up a place.
Yo, are you working?
Job tulitoka, kati video litoka. We left. Unasema tulikuwa tumeanza hiyo do. Na ilikuwa tamu.
This chums nip. When it comes, it's good.
When it comes, it's good. So, your story ilisha hapo. But I'd learned something.
Yeah.
Because even by the time I was coming out, I used to talk to the graphics guys and everything. I had a graphical image of Amani and everything and all. And I came out learning a lot from the brand side and what brand building is all about. I made friends. Some of the gurus in brands today.
Yeah.
Guys, very lovely ladies. I mean, they're lovely ladies I met. There were some very lovely ladies I met. Because thinking about it then, I was just this copywriter chick who worked there. And there were these brand guru ladies who had no business even talking to me. But
they gave you airtime.
Gave me airtime.
Okay, let me ask this question. Like, that song came out almost women empowerment, like, yo, it came out statements. It came out cutting edge. It came out controversial almost.
It was bold.
For that, bold. Bold is a word.
Yeah.
It came out bold. And what happened after that in terms of?
It came out, it was very bold and everything. I got a bit of backlash because of wearing short things and everything. And my persona on stage had changed. I wasn't timid at all. I was a bit bolder. But what had driven it was, I did not like that thing of being a cut and razor because I'm a girl. I did not like that. Like, let's have a female artist. Then you're the cut and razor. And I'm like, no. I'm going to be the headliner as a female artist. Yeah, that was my goal then. I want to be a headliner female artist. I'm not a side to be added. If the dude has a hit, I have a hit too. So Bad Boy really built up to that. And I remember performing for Chaguo Teeniez. Then Bad Boy was so huge. It had grown, like in high school, it was huge. And I was like, you'd better not come after me after that stage. I did not come to play. I'm going to make sure that you realize that I can be a headliner too. Stop giving me these cutting raising things, because I'm a girl. Nah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and I'm going to ruin it for whoever comes after me. That was my goal.
Yeah.
And I did it. Then Fakir was my manager. But Fakir, I used to make, if I even used to know what I was doing. That was the sons of you wait.
And Fakir was your manager sort of under Ogopa?
Yes, he was. He was then managing Ogopa artists. And I remember then, that's when we went for Chaguo. Then I remember after Chaguo, I had to get back home early because the clothes I had borrowed. So, yeah.
Okay, question. Do you win the award?
Now, that's what I was coming to.
Okay.
So, I wanted to go.